Yo, so Quincy sent the Apple Top 100 albums list right before we got on.
Disrespectful.
Hey, actually, some that I checked out,
Yeah,
not
I
checked
know
out
you
actually,
lying.
that I heard on the Breakfast Club was DJ Envy and Charlemagne was talking about when they did the intro, and somebody of importance at the station that they work at was telling them like, yo, y'all need to say your names every episode, like every time you start the show, say your name the same way, a recognizable way, like that's really important. And they're like kind of known for the intro, and people always remember their names because you think about the intro, like you can't forget who's on the show, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That the
Charlemagne
DJ
Laga,
Envy, Charlemagne the God, Just Hilarious, like it's like
Mm-hmm.
etched in your brain. And it made me
DJ
think,
Envy. I
dog,
remember
like
his voice.
we don't even like introduce ourselves. We just get right
Yeah.
into it. We just be on here. We don't even put the names on the thing anymore because it interferes with the captions and stuff. So like, I think we should start giving the introductions, man. Like we need to let the people know what it is.
Facts.
All right, facts. Go
But
ahead,
yeah,
throw it
man.
in there, Lester.
Yes,
It's your
sir. So
boy.
we back again. It's your boy Lester Sanchez, artist, producer, designer extraordinaire, a little bit of everything. Back again for the Grounded Show. I'm here with my dogs. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
It's your boy Quincy Jamal, man. Artist, professional, extravagant, whatever you just said. That sounded cool. I wanted to say it too. And yeah, man, we back at it.
Yo, it's your boy Fanezi. I stay greasy. I keep it easy. I'm a mother lover from the gutter, and you gotta stay buddy. You feel me?
Hey,
Yes,
dang, dog.
sir. That
You
boy
made
been
it seem like
practicing
this
that
was
one.
rehearsed. Like,
Yo, facts. He was in the
whoa.
mirror with that one.
No, I gotta introduce myself in meetings all the time, bro. It's
Yeah, that's
I
true,
do
right?
this shit like once a week.
A good intro is a good icebreaker too.
Yeah.
You set the vibe right. That's one thing that I'm trash at that you're great at, Joe. Like just setting like a comfortable atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like I set like a standoffish, terrible atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy because you catch me on a podcast and it's like night and day from like real life. But it's also because it's y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the homies. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? But I swear people probably think I'm an asshole just from like how I be looking when I be around, and it's just I don't know, dog. I wasn't even aware of it until my wife told me. Like,
And that's what's funny. Like Lester, you the way you are is a lot how my boys are. I'm probably like the one off of all my boys. Like you are probably aligned with them more than me. So that's why it's so easy for me to understand like your personality doesn't like he's just like them, bro. Trust me.
yeah, shit's funny, man. But yeah, man, Quincy showed us that top 100 list. So the way I understood that list at first, that Apple dropped, like for some reason, I don't know. I think I read an article or something, but I had thought that it was just like them talking about albums specifically that are on Apple Music in the streaming era. I don't know why I thought that was the criteria. So when I had seen like, them like dropping the list little by little and catching it like in the news and stuff like that, I wasn't really paying in no mind from that point of view because if it's just something that you're basing off of your platform and in the streaming era, like those are different criteria,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But dog, it says on the link from Apple, welcome to 100 best albums, our definitive list of the greatest albums ever made. That says definitive list
Which is
of the
crazy.
greatest albums ever made. So this is telling me you're saying that this list is what y'all think are the greatest albums from 1 to 100.
And like I said, who picked that? Apple Music executives? Who is the one who definitively agreed to that?
I don't know. Usually it's a whole bunch of writers.
But I'm saying, you know what I would appreciate it if because I saw
Some
it.
disclosure.
Well, no, I opened the app. I'm at the gym. I open the Apple Music app and I see that, and it says here's like 70 through 100, and I click it. It takes me to a link outside of Apple Music. Like, no, that's one thing I hate about anything. Don't take me to a link outside.
Yo,
So then I was like, as easy as they did that, why didn't they put that in all the users in Apple Music? Like, hey, where do you put these albums in the top 100 albums of all time? Why didn't they ask the users? They have
Mm-hmm.
real easy access to the users. Why didn't you use the users? Who came up with this list?
yeah, I don't know, but first of all, and I'm not even going to qualify any of these statements for this list because we talking music. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no disrespect to anybody, nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking candidly about this list. Dog, why is Lauryn Hill the number one album of all time, dog?
You know what? It is a great album.
It's
It
a
is
great
a great album.
But
It is a great album.
I've never thought to myself, dang, if I never listened to that Lauryn Hill album ever again, my life would just never be the same. Like, it's a great album.
Yeah.
But to say the number one album of all time,
yeah,
and then you're gonna disrespect Thriller by putting it behind it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, if you're gonna put Lauryn Hill at number one, just go all the way with it and put Thriller at like 73. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna not put Thriller number one, you know, based off of the albums that are on this list, you already lost. Like, in my opinion, because dog, what are we talking about right now?
And that was the same thing I felt. If I'm thinking of the number one greatest album of all time, it has to be one of the greatest artists of all time. No, not taking away from Lauryn Hill. She's an amazing artist, one of my favorite. Not just female, not just rap, not just R&B, just one of my favorite artists in general. But not the greatest album of all time favorite artist.
Dog, I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run this Thriller track list real quick, and then Quincy, I want to hear your thoughts. But let me run through this track list real quick. All right. The track list to Thriller. Oh my god, bro! Number one, the album starts with "Wanna Be Starting Something." That's the first song, bro. Like that song is just a banger, period. But as the first song on the album, like, it just makes so much sense, and it's like such a fire intro song. But all right, I'm not gonna describe all of them. But number two, "Baby Be Mine," a banger. "The Girl Is Mine," number three, featuring Paul McCartney. Like, come on. Number four, "Thriller," one of the greatest songs of all time, one of the most recognizable songs of all time. Number five, "Beat It," one of the most infectious songs of all time. Like, that's just like, you can't help but feel that joint.
Facts.
"Billie Jean," the classic, just slider of your childhood. Like, everybody just, Billie Jean hits and everybody feels the same way, dog. "Human Nature," number seven, one of the most beautiful songs of all time. Just a feeling that you don't even get from a song, dog. Like, that song is crazy. "PYT," number eight. Dog.
Come on, man.
Number nine, "Lady in My Life," probably my favorite ballad of all time, dog. So what's up, Quincy? Well, what do you feel about the start of 1 and 2 of this list?
It set the tone for the rest of the list. Because for you to put D'Angelo Voodoo at 57 and Usher Confession at 95,
that was wild to me.
That's crazy. Like, absolutely insane. Usher Confessions is probably his best album ever.
It's one of the best albums ever.
Period. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy Voodoo. He got some songs on there, but when it comes to bodies of work, bro, come on. It's not even in the same conversation.
Bro, it don't even make any sense.
Like, I feel like they just put albums in and shuffled it.
I will say this. One that caught me by surprise, but when I thought about it, I was like, dang, I really could argue it might belong in this spot, is "Good Kid, Mad City."
Yeah, no, that's a body of work. That's a great body of work.
When I saw it, I was like, "Good Kid, Mad City." But then I really thought about that album. And honestly, it also dropped at like a time where I was like peak, like into music. You know what I mean? Like, it caught me at the right time as well. But like, just that album period is like that's a slider.
No skips. No skips.
That's exactly like that was. And just as an album, like when you think about actually an album, like it really is like you said, Joe, no skips, because it's just really a body of work.
And this is the way I look at it. Thriller, you got 9 tracks. Easily 6 of those tracks you could play to almost anybody in this world, and they know that song.
Dang, y'all want to know? Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Keep.
No. I was going to a different point, bro. Going to a different point.
Want to Be Started Some, Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT. To this day, you can play those 6 tracks, and that's like 70% of that album.
Facts.
Lauryn Hill, 16 tracks. I'm thinking you got maybe Lost Ones, X Factor, Zion, Doo Wop. Everything is everything. And Can't Take My Eyes Off You. 6 out of 16. Less than 50% of that track that you can play to anybody in this world, and they probably recognize. And some you might even get down to 4.
Bro, there's people that wouldn't recognize any Lauryn Hill song.
You see what I mean? And that's why it's like the power of those songs today. And how long ago was that? That's 1982 compared to 1998. And those songs still resonate more than a lot of songs on that Lauryn Hill. I do not see that justification there.
So what I was going to say really quick.
Go ahead. I
think we had an episode. I can't remember what episode it was where we discussed Drake's albums and which one was like the best body of work. And I don't know if this was a consensus that we all came to, but I do recall Nothing Was the Same being that body of work. Am I incorrect?
For Joe, it was Take Care.
Okay, it was Take Care. What about you, Les?
For me, I would say Nothing Was the Same. If I picked them, that one has a Hold On, You're Going Home. And Find Your Lovin' is on there.
Both Kanye produced.
Yep. He has some good singing on the album.
So they have Take Care. First off, they have Take Care. Drake's only album on this list is Take Care, and it's at number 47. Nothing Was the Same didn't even make the list.
It's rough. And Take Care was like double the track length. I mean, double the track list length of Nothing Was the Same too.
And dog, number 5. In between Prince and Stevie Wonder, Blonde by Frank Ocean.
I would rather put Nostalgia Ultra. I put Nostalgia Ultra over any Frank, even Channel Orange.
I was about to say, I feel like Channel Orange is better than Blonde.
Yeah, Nostalgia is more like a mixtape, but Channel Orange has an official album over anything.
Critical acclaim for Blonde has always confused the hell out of me, dog.
Overrated for me.
These people think that album is like the touch of God, bro. Like, what am I missing, dog? Like, I get mad sometimes. Like, bro, what am I missing when I'm listening to this that I'm not hearing what these people are hearing? Because, dog, they talk about this album like it's something like, yo, to me, like this is random as hell, but I'll take Tizo Touchdown every day over Frank Ocean, dog.
Dang, that's wild.
Every day, dog. That. I'm telling you, check out Tizo Touchdown and his whole body of work.
But did you listen to Nostalgia Ultra?
No, I listen to all Frank Ocean. I'm a Frank Ocean fan.
And so you could match up song for song on both of those to everything Tizo got today?
I can't agree with that.
It's just the sound that Tizo Touchdown got. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's definitely not for everyone because it's like a mix of sounds.
Yeah,
it's like
but can you match up song for song?
I can for sure.
See, my introduction to Tizo was him live, and it just was not for me. I saw him at the Dreamville Fest, and that was the first time I ever heard him at all, and it just was not for me at all.
Yeah, but I've seen artists that I like that I saw them live, and I didn't even finish the show. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't even watch it, and they're like my favorite artists. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't judge. I definitely would check him out again, but I still wouldn't be surprised if you didn't like him anyway if you heard him again. But just for me, like, and this kind of goes back to my feelings about Blonde. Like, to me, when I heard Tizo Touchdown, it was like I heard something new. Like, I remember like hearing his songs because it was like, damn, this is different, but it's so fire. You know what I'm saying? Even though Frank Ocean is dope and I'm a fan of Frank Ocean, I never heard any of his music and was like, what is this? This is something different. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I have. I'm not gonna lie. I have, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
His music, there's no loops, there's no repetitiveness. Every single song is like an orchestra of R&B. I got you.
Like, that's how I feel about when you're talking about R&B. That's how I feel about Craig David. Like,
I mean,
Craig David to me is
Craig
like
David,
I hear. Like, Craig, when I first heard Craig David, it was like a life-changing sound. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, bro, what? This is so fire. Like, the way, like, Craig David to me was like one of the first ones that was really like flowing and getting on like dope beats for an R&B artist. Like, I always that's one thing I always hated about R&B, that everything on the albums was so slow. It was like everything was slow. Like, just a whole bunch of slow songs, one right after another. And it's like, dog, I like hearing these guys when they on the rap songs, you know what I mean? I like hearing them when they're like on the singles and stuff. But then you go to the album and everything is just like super slow, super
Yeah.
depressing. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to
Well,
listen to this.
I want to keep going R&B, but let's not get too deep
Yeah,
in this. We'll
facts,
keep going
facts.
on this list.
Yeah, dog. And then Beyonce Lemonade number 10. Like
I
that's how
mean,
you're gonna round out the top 10.
that was a good body of work though, bro.
That was a revolution,
That
especially
was a good body
when
of work.
Twitter was at its
This-
prime.
This is my other thing with this list as well, though. I'm glad y'all said that because it reminded me of a point that I wanted to make that I didn't write down. These albums on this list, some of them don't even make the time cutoff to even be talked about, to even be put on this list, dog.
Yeah, they don't have enough
Beyonce
tenure. They don't got the
Lemonade,
tenure.
Frank Ocean Blonde. Like just looking at it off the top of my head, like bruh, these albums, 21 by Adele, 1989 Taylor Swift, like dog, these albums ain't even old enough to be considered on these lists, dog. Like I feel like you got to, like you can't be putting these albums in the same bracket
That's like
as
putting
these other joints.
like respectfully, they're good, but that's like putting Ant Edwards in the top 10.
Exactly,
of all
like this
time.
whole like, oh, he's like Jordan, bro. He hasn't done a damn thing in the
you ain't
NBA,
been
bro. How
around
is he
enough.
like Jordan? Come on now.
I am a big Amy Winehouse fan. I can't wait to watch her movie. Back to Black
is
one of my favorite albums of probably the favorite album of her of all time. I bought it for my sister for her birthday. But same. I don't know about top 10.
Yeah, facts. And it's a dope album. That one, she got some sliders, man. She got some sliders. I'm usually not a fan of like female R&B and stuff, but Amy Winehouse is dope. Super dope.
What's your thoughts about Dr. Dre at 19 with the Chronic?
The Chronic to me is one of those things where it's like I always could give it the pass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like it was another thing that changed the sound. Like even though like to me, when you look back on it, it's dope, but it's not like that. I will put it like no, you know what I'm saying? Like top 20 all time. Maybe it could round out to 30 for me. You know what I'm saying? But top 20. No.
Get Rich or Die Trying at 82. Marshall Mathers at 80.
Bro, Get Rich or Die Trying arguably should have been the second best rap album, at least behind Illmatic. It should have been like
they
Illmatic.
Put SZA before it. They put NWA before it. I mean, I could be Bad Bunny before it. I don't get it.
They put Enter the Wu-Tang 2 spots ahead of Illmatic, dog.
That's crazy.
That's wild. And then they're both behind Beyonce's Beyonce album. Yo,
Janet Jackson Control at 42. Aquemini at 41.
The fact that Bob Marley's album is at 46 and all of these albums before it is crazy to me. Like that was
Billie
a big
Eilish
project, bro.
Billie Eilish at 30. I won't be. I'm not too mad. At least My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was in the top 30. I put that one a little higher. That was a masterpiece. Up with the Chronic. I think they got to entertain the masses. You know, the people who make Billboard charts, the people who have subscribed to Apple Music. The people
it definitely gets tricky as well when you're merging all the genres. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of
that's why
hard.
it's kind of hard to stay unbiased.
Steely Dan, number 73.
Who?
The Boys, Steely Dan.
The
Goats.
Boys. I like the Blueprint at 13. I don't mind that top 15. But yeah. I can't get with it all.
Dang, bro. I'm in the 90s and no Maxwell.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Damn,
that's
Maxwell
crazy.
Not even in the top 100. Astro World at 98. That album is from 2018, dog.
Kate Bush. The fuck is Kate Bush, dog?
That album is 6 years old. Kate Bush is the chick from the 80s that had that song that they ended up using it for Stranger Things and it got popular again and went back to number 1. What is it? What was it called? It was like dun, 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 dun.
Running Up That Hill.
Yeah, that
Running
one.
Up That Hill.
Yep.
Yeah. So overall thoughts on that, man? That's
terrible, dog. It's a terrible list.
It's hard when you mix the genres. I'll give him that. That is a
Yeah, that's the
difficult.
only out they get in my
Yeah.
book.
So you can't make a percentage of hip hop, a percentage of this. But I would take overall album sales, overall tour sales, overall singles on the album, overall impact to the culture, and how it still resonates today as a factor for all of these. And a lot of these top 50s do not fit the bill for me.
No, that's a fact. That is a fact. That list, man. To quote Dave Chappelle, I wish I had four hands so I could give that list four thumbs down.
Oh man. I feel like
But
they
yeah,
could have went about it a little better if they just did genres and probably let the people kind of figure it out from there. You know what I'm saying? Like do
yeah,
genres. You know what I mean? Because right now this list to me, even if you organize it by genre, I don't agree with the list. Like
exactly.
even if
That's
I only
that's my
stop,
thing.
yeah, even if I only looked at hip hop and R&B personally, I still feel like this list is not where it needs to be.
The top 10 got to be somebody that influenced so many people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be like an originator of sound
Like yo,
type.
college dropouts not even on here.
Yeah, it's not.
Crazy. Bro, no, I didn't see no Cool in the Gang. I ain't see no Gap Band. I ain't see no BGs, like nothing like that. Like,
So look,
bro,
if we do it ourselves for hip hop and rap, they're saying the greatest hip hop and rap albums of all time is Good Kid, Mad City at number one,
Mm.
Blueprint at number two, Chronic at number three, My Beautiful Dark at number four, Low End Theory number five, Ready to Die number six. Are you agreeing so far? Enter the Woo
I
number
gotta hear
seven,
the 10 to see.
Illmatic number eight,
Uh-huh.
Aquemini number nine, and then we're not gonna put Drake.
Drake would be the 10th one?
That
No,
would
no,
have
no.
been
We're not. I won't put it. All Eyes on Me, number 10.
No. Put the
put it
Drake. The Drake
how
would
they
make
put it
sense.
though.
No, there's too much R&B on. I said this is hip hop and rap. I'm not doing this. These aren't R&B albums.
You wouldn't put that. Well, I see what you're
There's a
saying. There's a lot
lot.
of singing
I
on
see
it.
what
A
you're
lot of
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
singing. A
it's
lot
a
of
lot of
singing.
R&B on Take Care. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
looking at.
I agree. I agree. So yeah, then
So
Tupac would be the 10.
yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. Like the order, obviously, I would switch it up, but the names and the importance of those people
yeah.
that you named in that top 10, I wouldn't be mad at that list.
I think that's where they went wrong. Combining these takes a lot of because then you're skipping all the people you don't know, and you're like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah. Going back up here.
Well,
Yeah.
there you have it, folks.
Yeah, facts. You heard it here first. It's trash. Yo, speaking of trash, speaking of it's terrible inside the NBA, dog. It's looking like next year
A
is the
staple
last
of
year.
NBA, man. A staple of no, it's not looking. It's officially official. Yeah.
Well, the show itself in the iteration it's for sure
Yeah.
not coming back. They could still all go to another another company together, whether it be ESPN, Disney. I mean, Disney is ESPN at this point, but whether it's
Yeah.
Amazon, whether it's another cable
You know
station,
it.
even
It'll never be the same as with. So it is the end of an era.
it could be the same if they're able to keep the producers.
Yeah.
So if the producers go to, it would be a different name, and it'll obviously it'll literally not be the same. But if they can keep the producers, it could be pretty much the same if they keep the talent and the producers.
And the show started in 1989.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's highly unlikely because the money they're gonna want is gonna be too crazy.
That's what I was just gonna say that we know about the money grab in the industry and the executives and how they want to flip shit, the people in power, the people in control. I feel like I've never seen successfully a show transition from one contract to another and still be the same as what it used to be.
That's how you know business is just shiesty and just be stupid. Because I feel like, in simple terms, obviously I'm saying this from the point of view of a dude that ain't got nothing to do with these companies, but like in simple terms, I would want to kind of help keep that going just because it adds so much to the NBA, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you let somebody else pay some guys to run a show that's boosting your product. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like a win-win for everybody. So I don't know, bro. I just hope I don't know. I hope it stays somewhat intact on if it has to be on ESPN or whatever. I just hope it don't just die completely. A lot of people were saying that Ernie Johnson been at TNT since before that show, I believe. So
Yeah, he was.
they're
He used to
saying
work on
like
the
it's
sideline, I
Yeah,
think.
they're
Before
yeah,
saying he ain't going nowhere.
exactly. He ain't leaving TNT. Like he's been there for so many years, and more than likely he ain't going nowhere if everybody leaves or whatever. So that'll definitely suck. Just seeing Ernie without Charles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That's gonna
He
be
was.
trash.
I think he was the best balance of those characters on there.
Facts.
Yeah. It's crazy for me because like it started in '89. Like that was when I was born, dog. '89. So the show's literally been what I've been watching the NBA for. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I give priority to the TNT game since a kid, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like
Do you
I've
remember who the
always
original members were? Because I probably didn't start watching until Shaq and Chuck were on there for sure.
they had different people on there, but it was EJ and Kenny, and then Charles came. And then but they used to have different people randomly on there, like different players and different personalities and stuff. They would be on the show. But dog, it's been such a staple
Yeah.
for every NBA fan, and just always hearing it was just like you always felt like they were talking about it from the point of view that you would talk about it. You know what I mean? Like you
Right.
watch First Take and things like that, where they're just coming up with arguments that don't even make sense just because they gotta, they're just there to argue, and they always gotta have topics. You know what I'm saying? And it
Yeah.
eventually becomes a caricature of itself. But
Mhm.
inside the NBA, you always felt like they was just looking at it like how the game should be looked at, and they were credible guys, so you know what they was talking about. And I just,
Yeah.
as a kid, you're like, dang, bro, you're hearing these NBA greats talk about like, oh, like when you're in a game like that, they always give you the behind the scenes, like, when you're away, you're not in your stadium, so you don't get the same kind of car service, you don't get the
Mhm.
same kind of treatment in the stadium. So like you don't feel as good before the game, like you're not as loose, you're not as warmed up. This is like just giving you the insight of why like certain things are important and certain things that they expect from people. And honestly, like I feel like that's what gave me all my NBA knowledge, just really hearing them talk and just really watching the game and understanding where they're talking about it from. And you could always see where the game is going just from analyzing what was already happening because of what they was telling you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They just always had the game so down packed. Like shout out to Jamal Crawford, man. I like him on commentary. He's been on those broadcasts in the booth, and he's been spitting facts, and I like what he's been saying, and he's coming from that. It's always good having a player like fresh out the league, because they
Mhm.
always got that fresh take from a player's point of view, and the player's point of view is usually where like the fan is too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you always feel like it's one of your guys in there.
Yo, while we're here on the basketball topic, bro, did y'all see the Pacers fumble the bag last night?
Fuck the Pacers. Everybody's asking me. I'm not watching them motherfuckers.
I'm not gonna lie, I have zero interest in that series. I don't like Boston, and I don't like the Pacers. Like I don't like the Pacers from the point of view of like they're not winning, dog. Like it's not happening. Like they're just that
Everybody said
team.
it was a good game, though.
It was a great game.
Yeah, it went into
They should have
overtime.
taken it. They should have taken it. Jalen Brown hit a last minute three, like that brought them to overtime, and they ended up taking it back. But it was a great game.
Yeah,
It definitely wasn't what I expected. I expected them to get stumped out, but it was nothing like that.
yeah. I'm gonna definitely tune in to some games because if there's no NBA and that game is on, I'm gonna watch it. But it's
Mhm.
definitely not a series I'm interested in, man. Like I'm
Not in my
really
living room.
not in
Not
my
in my
living
living room.
What is that? What is that? Not on my sound bar.
Not on my soundbite.
Yep.
Watching the motherfuckers play.
Hey man,
Oh.
I like the future of the Knicks though, man. I see them healthy. I could honestly see them winning a championship, dog. Like I
Yo,
could honestly see
Giannis,
it.
the interest is there. It's real. It's not just a rumor. Giannis comes through.
Giannis goes there, y'all won, bro.
Yeah, it's over.
If he's healthy, y'all won.
So
That'll be crazy,
definitely,
bro. That'll be
He might bring
crazy.
his brother though.
Dog, that'll be
Nepotism
crazy
at its finest, bro.
if Minnesota wins and then New York wins, bro.
Yeah,
Like it'll just be two random like new franchises, new blood. Like,
well, this is the
out of
first
nowhere.
time in remember, so it's been 6 years straight where 6 different teams have won, and now this year is going to be a brand new team again. This has been the longest streak in NBA that there hasn't been repeats in 7 years now.
Crazy.
Fire.
I saw some stat that I think last year or the year before was like the first time that it hadn't been LeBron, Curry, Durant, or Kawhi that won a championship in like on a long ass time, like 20 years or something. Like, dang, bro, that's crazy.
That's why the game that was like the Manning, Brady, Roethlisberger, and one other, I forgot who the fourth quarterback for like 10 years. It was either one of those quarterbacks in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's wild, man. The end of an era.
For sure. Who y'all going for though? We are also going for the Wolves?
Yeah, I think I'm pulling for the Wolves at this point.
I think, bro, my guy Naz Reid had me looking like hooping. You see how he backed up my claims, right?
Yeah, he closed it on my
That boy was hooping, dog. And they was talking about him. I heard him on the Bill Simmons podcast. He was talking about Naz Reid, and he's like, bro, if you watch Naz Reid for like 5 minutes and you just never watch basketball, you're not hip on the game, you would think he's one of the best players in the league. And it's true, dog. Like the way he be playing in those minutes, dog, like, and he gives them everything they need: defense, scoring, like stops, like, bro, rebounding. Like, yo, he is the sixth man of all 6 men, bro. I honestly don't see them losing to any team. Like, I like the talent on the Mavericks, but I just think Minnesota's too big. Hey, yo.
Yeah, like they said, they're calling Ant the Wizard of Oz because he gave Cat courage and Gobert a heart.
Yo, but shout out to that, dog. Karl Anthony Towns, dog. He had a great game in that game 7. I was like, damn, bro. He literally did everything that he would mess up. He did the opposite. Like I could not say anything. I'm not a big fan of him, but he definitely stepped up in that game 7 in a big way. And as soon as they won that game, dog, I had a card listed on eBay, a Karl Anthony Towns Genesis card. It's a short print, so like it's very hard to get that card, but it's Karl Anthony Towns and it's not a rookie, so it's a random Genesis, so it's rare, but it's like it's a player that nobody really cares about. So it's been sitting on my page for like 2 years, bro. Wow. Soon as they won that game 7, I got the notification. The Genesis Karl Anthony Towns is sold to somebody in Minneapolis, Minnesota, bro. Somebody, the home team was feeling froggy, dog.
Said, fuck that, I'm pulling it.
Yo, facts. They won and he went straight to eBay, like, let's go.
That's funny, dog.
It was so fun. I couldn't believe it, dog. Like I had to like double take. Like, really, somebody from Minnesota really bought this card as soon as they won Game 7. He's like, I'm all in.
That's red, huh? His zesty ass cat.
That was crazy, man. But yeah, bro. We pretty much hit all the topics that we wanted to talk about. We like I said, the TikTok been doing its thing, bro. Y'all been reading the comments on there?
Yeah, I read them too late, but I've been reading it, and it's always hitting.
Yeah, it's people are funny, man. People are funny, dog. Like the way they react to stuff is funny. Like and just it is very interesting seeing how people interpret what you say. You know what I mean? Like the way that their mind understands what you're saying. Like for all the clips, like different things we've all said, people have commented on, and it's like nobody really said that. Sometimes I think people are just writing shit just to write shit.
Sound about right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into this AI shit with y'all. I have some crazy shit to bring in that's gonna bring a lot into perspective. I think AI is gonna be shoved down our throats. No Diddy. It's already. Have you noticed in your Google searches, have you noticed in the comment boxes of Facebook? Have you noticed?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. That is starting to have that option there.
Yeah, to search for something. So
Yep.
you go to a post, you read a comment, and you want to dig deep in it, and they already know you do, so they have a button right there. Why? What are these people commenting about? Click it, you get the whole
Yeah,
information.
get all the context.
It's gonna be everywhere, bro, and we have to prepare for it. We need to use that shit to our advantage. We got to get ahead of the curve. Hopefully next week I'll bring out all the information to y'all.
Yeah, facts. We're there already. Yo, really, like no BS. I could create a what's it called, a process where it'll just do all the editing for the podcast and upload it and send it to Opus Clip and do it all by
Yeah.
itself
Oh
every time
yeah.
Wow.
we
No,
finish
easily.
recording.
Yeah. No, my point more is that you're gonna have no choice but to absorb these AI tools if you're gonna be on social media. There's no way around it anymore. If you're
It's
gonna use the internet in general,
yeah.
you're gonna have to use AI. I thought I could just avoid it and disable it and not use it if I don't want to, but no, there's no way around it.
I'm looking at it from the point of view of like how much it could help you and save you time. But then like, cause I'm like you, Joe. I was thinking about it from that point of view, but then when you think about it, it's like I'm gonna make stuff harder on myself just because I
Yeah.
don't want to accept the new technology
Yeah.
that's coming the same way that the generation before me didn't want to accept the texting and stuff like that. And we do that like it's nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it was normal to us. But
Yeah.
then the new stuff is coming and we're like, nah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When, like I said, I could probably already make a process that makes me not have to do a lot of menial tasks that I do, but I'm just being too stubborn to figure it out. So
Mhm.
that's definitely a kick in the ass to myself right now. Like, bruh, I need to start digging into this stuff, hey, yo, and figuring out how it can help me have a more productive day.
Big facts.
There's so much time that we spend on BS, dog. And if you're telling me you're coming up with a way to automate that so you don't even got to do it or worry about it and it's going to do it as good or better than I would do it,
Why
go
not?
ahead, bro.
Right. Why
Yeah,
not?
there
Make
is
my
a
day.
there's a gentleman at my job who wants to automate every single thing we do, but at the same time, that means we don't need the people who do it anymore. So I'm like,
Exactly.
hey. I was
Just
like,
slow
yeah,
down,
chill
my
out,
boy.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slow down,
I
my
was like, you
boy.
can't take these people out of business.
Mm.
But it's out there, and there's going to be a thin line. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a thin line one day that the shit that you do, you don't need a person to do it anymore.
It's
And
already
even if you're yourself.
it's already happening with the you know the jobs that require less technical skills. Like, look, if you pull up to a drive-through right now, you know, not I wouldn't say 9 times, but probably 6 times out of 10, it's an automated system now.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, they have it now where you can pull up to a drive-through and you say what you want, and there's a machine talking back to you, creating the order. And then when you get to the window, there's a person there to collect the bread. But yeah, I've seen that multiple times for different restaurants. Wendy's has it. A lot of different places have it now.
And even if you go to like a Subway with a drive-through, that thing has a screen like in the
Mm-hmm.
drive-through. Like you're touching the screen and
You can
building
touch
your
it.
sub and everything yourself. Like it's not like anybody talking to you or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they've had that for a lot of years, bro. Probably like no lie, at least five to 10 years, bro. That Subway screen thing. No, probably like 5.
Yeah, chill out, bro. I robot.
I robot.
Telling you, bro, it's gonna be a lot of people looking for work, man. It already is.
Mm-hmm.
It already is.
Yeah, facts. That's one thing that really sucks about our generation in particular, that we're in the generation where you can't just do one thing and thrive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to do multiple things to make what somebody would have made doing one thing 25 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
It's much better to be a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Exactly. It's wild, man. We were talking about it a little bit in the chat too, like how all the stuff that we were striving for, by the time we got to that end of the finish line, it's like, oh, all the rules changed in this world.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't work the same way. Like it's like, wait, hold on a second. Now that I did all the work, you switching it up on me? Nah.
Facts. Like, got me paying Social Security when I know it ain't there for me. What kind of stuff?
Crazy, bro.
Crazy, dog.
Yeah, we're definitely in a unique generation and unique time frame of just like the stuff that happened like in the world, even, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're gonna have some like just the transitions that we've been through. Like when we talk, when we're older, we're gonna be the people that were there through. Like for example,
Yeah.
like the people that were there through the first telephones, the first time they had electricity.
First TV.
You know what I'm saying? First TV, first refrigerators.
First video
Like
camera.
Like there's people, there's people that grew up in that period where they just had the first of stuff that's like a staple now. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even imagine it not being there. And we're gonna be part of that generation too. Like, yo, we was there when the first cell phones came out. Like before that, nobody had a cell phone.
I had the Nokia with Snake on it.
Bro, I seen something the other day that said, no, I'm sorry. It was a podcast I was listening to. It was like a Spotify conspiracies podcast. They was talking about some UFO sightings in Phoenix. And they were like, oh, giving the backstory on it. And they were like, yeah, this sounds like something that might have been in like the 70s or the 60s, like some old story. But it was merely 3 decades ago in 1997. I was like, what? Did you just say 3 decades and then they followed the sentence with 1997?
Yeah.
It was like those two things in my head didn't compute at first, and I'm like, bro, yeah, it's been 27 years. Like, what?
Times. That's how I was listening to No Ceilings, and Wayne was talking about Windows Vista, and I balled like Jalen Rose. I was like, damn, that's
crazy.
It's a long time ago.
Yo,
I feel like I just heard this like a couple years ago.
Windows Vista, crazy. Yeah, man, that definitely was the time. That was the time, bro. Well, yeah, man. Anything y'all want to leave him with? What games you been playing? We'll leave him with that. Anybody been on some new games?
Mainly just Madden, bro. Madden and 2K. I mean, and Duty.
Oh, what's up with the Madden game? What does Quincy have to do to be able to be on camera too, Joe?
Oh, let's do it.
You can stream to here, right? Like the screen.
No, so what we're gonna do is Quincy's gonna have his own stream. I'm gonna have my own stream. You could just mute one of us and watch both of us, so you'll hear both of us and you'll listen to one of our feeds, but you'll see both of us on the screen, and you'll have.
Oh, okay, yeah, and then put the game screen as like share that screen,
and then you can stream on StreamYard.
That's what I'm saying. I'll add the window, you know what I mean? Because you know how you can share the window. I'll just put one of your windows there and have everybody's there on the screen.
Yeah, you can see him calling his plays. You can see me calling my plays, but we can't see each other calling each other's plays.
That's dope.
Yeah, we gotta set up a test run, dog.
Yeah, do it.
I'm ready, bro. I'm gonna be
home all day Monday, chilling. I want to be on my computer.
That's a good idea. Monday we can do a test run of it. Dog, when we do the actual game, I'm getting dressed up. I'm gonna have the button up. I'm gonna have the jacket on top. Bro, I'm gonna be clean.
You definitely got to be holding the mic too.
No, I got the mic right here, dog. I got that. I got that mic already. Hey, yo, but I'm gonna be official, dog. I'm gonna be commentating my ass off, bro.
No, let's do it.
I'm gonna see if I might even get a co-commentator, so I could, what I'm saying. We can make it official. Like,
let's do it.
Get a play-by-play guy. I'll do color, and I'll get a play-by-play guy.
Yeah, and it's dope because then you can capture each of our celebrations, each of our disappointments. It's gonna be good. Each of our reactions. I'm down. Let's try to shoot that for Monday.
Yeah, Monday for sure. We're gonna run the test, and y'all stay tuned and stay butter.